So the 2020 77th Annual Golden Globe Awards took place last night in Los Angeles. I did a prediction list a few days ago, so if you want to compare the winners to that, you can go watch that video on my channel. But the award show took place last night. There were some winners that I predicted and that I think we all knew were going to win, but then there were some that completely shocked us and we didn't expect at all. I think to start off with, the ones who, did win, who were, not shocks, and ones that we pretty much, knew were guaranteed were going to win, were Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, obviously Quentin Tarantino for Best Picture Comedy. That was no doubt that, that film was going to win in that category. I think also leading up to that award, the fact that it picked off Best Screenplay over The Irishman, and then also Brad Pitt won Best Supporting Actor. I think that was a clear sign that it was definitely going to win the Best Comedy Film Award. We also had Joaquin Phoenix for Joker, which I was so happy about that he actually finally got that award. I think it's a clear indication that he's the favourite going into the Oscars now, and I'm so happy that he picked up that award. It's great to see Joker getting a few awards in there, especially the best score, which it also won. I was happy to see Hilda win that award for Joker. I think her score was mesmerising, and as I said in my predictions, I definitely thought it was either that or 1917 winning, and she went ahead and won that award. We then move on to Best Picture Drama, which, was a complete shock. Obviously, I said in my prediction video, I said 1917 had a chance of winning. I didn't expect The Irishman to lose that, and then also Best Director as well. I thought Sam Mendes, by the looks of it, has done a wonderful job on 1917, and he's definitely a deserved winner. I just find it a bit weird that The Irishman didn't even get a Best Director award. I thought, what Scorsese did on The Irishman was quite simply remarkable, to de-age actors, create an amazing story that was related to the time period we're in right now, but also related to the story that it's about. And I was kind of shocked that The Irishman didn't pick up at least one award, but obviously you have to congratulate 1917 and Sam Mendes. It's probably a great film. It isn't even out yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if they gave it this award to kind of self-promote the film, which is obviously coming out soon. It's coming out in the next week, I believe, in the UK. And that kind of gets some attention and buzz behind it. So I wouldn't be surprised if there was some of that in there. But, we move on to Best Supporting Actor, Brad Pitt. As I say, this is a definite lock, and I thought it was either him or Al Pacino or even Joe Pesci that could win the award. But Brad Pitt went away and did win, the Best Supporting Actor award, so that was great. For Best Actress, we had Renée Zellweger, who, again, in my prediction video, I stated it was either her or Scarlett Johansson. I predicted Scarlett Johansson, but I did say that Renée Zellweger had a really good shot of winning, and I think she was definitely in the front-running seat to win that. Obviously, Awkwafina for The Farewell won Best Actress in a Motion Picture, Musical or Comedy, and that was, that was pretty guaranteed as well. I think it was her or Ana de Armas. I wanted Ana de Armas, but obviously she ended up on top. Taron Egerton was a big shock. I was happy he won, but I was shocked that they didn't give it to Eddie Murphy or even Leonardo DiCaprio over him. But obviously, the kind of legs that Rocketman has had, and the kind of all the Elton John influence that was put into the show, I wasn't surprised that they did give it to Taron Egerton. And then obviously Laura Dern won for Marriage Story. Pretty shocking as well. I thought Jennifer Lopez would get it, but I think she will have a better chance at the Oscars. But obviously Laura Dern, well-deserved award in that category. And another shock, obviously, was Quentin Tarantino, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Well, it wasn't a shock, but it was a shock in terms of I didn't expect him to win over Bong Joon-ho or Noah Baumbach or also, The Two Popes. Or, there were some great films in that list, and I didn't expect Quentin Tarantino to win over also The Irishman in that category. But I think that was a clear indication that The Irishman wasn't going to win Best Picture. I thought it would at least win Best Director, but obviously, they didn't give that to him. They gave it to Sam Mendes. And another shock was Best Motion Picture Animated, which Missing Link won over Toy Story 4, which, I didn't expect that at all. Obviously, Missing Link is probably a good film, but it has been a very weak year for animation. I just didn't expect it to win over Toy Story 4. I thought that was really, really weird that they gave it to that. Parasite obviously won Best Foreign Film, which, was pretty expected. It was the clear runner in that. And finally, Best Original Song. I'm Gonna Love Me Again by Rocketman. There was so much Rocketman shoved into this show, and although it's probably a great film and I'm not denying that, I haven't seen it myself. I would like to see it, but you know, it just felt like it was kind of, there was so much Rocket Man shoved into the show. The fact that Rocket Man won 2 awards and The Irishman didn't even win 1 award is quite frankly, you know, really surprising. But yeah, that's obviously, you know, the movie side of things, who won. Let me know down below what you think of the list of winners. I'll leave a link down below if you guys want to check out the winners for yourselves. I honestly didn't mind the show. I thought Ricky Gervais pretty much stole it all with his opening monologue. The fact that people were taking his monologue so seriously is beyond me, but he was hilarious. He really did, you know, cause some upsets in the crowd, and I just found him hilarious. I thought it was a great start to the show. I found the middle of the show to be kind of just slow and very boring. I was almost willing to turn it off. But then the end of the show, it kind of picked up again, and we had some deserved winners in there. But obviously, I'm over the moon that Joker won. I'm pretty happy for that. I'm happy that Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, my 3rd favourite film of the year, got a lot of recognition. The only one that I'm a bit surprised of is The Irishman. I didn't expect it to come away with 0. I mean, I'm not surprised that 1917 won, but I didn't expect The Irishman to walk away with 0 awards. It's a bit confusing to me, but I think it will get a lot more Oscar love and also awards leading into the Oscars. But let me know down below what you think of the Golden Globe winners. I thought it was an okay show, just a few things that I think they could have made it less boring in the middle of the show to keep people watching. But yeah, overall it was a decent show and a decent set of winners. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I've been Cortex, and as always, make some noise.